currently in the United States, there's a major need to bring prices down. We are not just talking about inflation and the Federal Reserve cutting rates. We're not just talking about those things. We're talking about bringing prices down and sustainably keeping them there. Now, how do we do this? Well, there's a plan. Look at this right here. It says major U.S. retailers, including Amazon and Walmart, have been quietly exploring shifting towards a business model that would ship more goods directly to consumers from Chinese factories and require fewer U.S. workers in retail stores and logistics centers. Just to give you an idea, Amazon has about 1.5 million employees. Walmart has about 2.1 million. However, only 1.6 million are inside the United States. So, 1.5 million from Amazon, 1.6 million from Walmart. That's 3.1 million people that could potentially be out of a job. So I'm going to break down what's going on, why this is happening now, what kind of business model they are looking to turn to, and how this could impact you moving forward. So I'm going to break all this down in just a moment, but all I ask is one thing. It takes 2 seconds. Go ahead, hit that like button if you enjoy these daily updates, and now let's begin. So what is going on at this time? Well, it has to do with tariffs. Look at this article. It says new tariff rules could reverse a paradigm shift in retail. Now, this article was just written a handful of days ago, but what it says in this article is extremely important because this is exactly what has been going on, and I will explain what I've been doing as well. Let's read a little bit of this. What is the plan? Well, the plans have been driven by a rocketing popularity of Chinese e-commerce platforms, including Shein and Temu, which have won over consumers with their low prices. These platforms ship inexpensive products directly to consumers' doorsteps, allowing them to bypass U.S. tariffs on Chinese goods, along with the hefty costs associated with brick and mortar stores, warehousing, and distribution networks. Now, if you use TikTok, first off, if you ever use TikTok, do me a favor, go ahead, hit that like button. But here's the thing. TikTok is promoting Shein, they're promoting Temu, they're promoting those inexpensive products. And where do you think a lot of those people are getting those products? Yeah, from China. Again, you look at everything that you see online, okay? From a simple cell phone charger, okay? A cell phone case. I remember when a cell phone case used to be $40 to $50, and that was all we had. That was the best case you can get. But again, that was coming from somewhere here in the US. Now, you can get a cell phone case for $3, $4, $5, and it's a very good quality case. Now, here's what happens. Consumers are trying to save money, and rightfully so. The economy is shifting. We are seeing some people are losing their jobs, but things are also getting more expensive. Food, still more expensive. Housing, more expensive. Utilities, more expensive. So what do? Well, we try to cut costs where we can. And that's where Shein and Temu come in. Now, I want to read a little bit of this to you. It says, rising competition from Shein and Temu and other Chinese companies is pushing many major U.S. retailers to consider shifting to a similar model to qualify for an obscure century-old U.S. trade law, according to several people familiar with the plans. The law, known as the Minimus, allows importers to bypass U.S. taxes and tariffs on goods as long as shipments do not exceed $800 in value. Now, here's where things get interesting. Former President Donald Trump, one of the front runners for president, he has said that we need to increase the tariffs, especially on China. Well, does this include things that are under $800? Possibly. Or is it just going to go to things like EVs and solar panels? Well, we're going to find out soon enough. But what's interesting about all this is what we are now hearing. Look at this. It says, but that trend toward changing business models may have been disrupted Friday when the Biden administration abruptly moved to close off de minimis eligibility for many Chinese imports, including most clothing items. In an announcement Friday morning, the Biden administration said it would clamp down on the number of packages that come into the country duty-free using de minimis shipping, particularly from China. Now, is this actually going to happen? Well, I don't think so. First, it has to be voted on by the industry, or commented by the industry, then finalized with the vote. But here's where things get, well, somewhat out of control, is who is going to be affected? Well, that's us, you and I. But how? Well, it's simple. If Walmart and Amazon decide that we are not going to have these stores, and I know Amazon's more of an online retailer, so they're a little bit closer to that competition, but if Walmart decides we cannot send all of our products to our stores anymore, it's getting too expensive, we're just going to go all online. Well, guess what? There goes all those workers' jobs. Thousands of people are going to lose their jobs. Potentially millions of people laid off. They don't need them. They don't need, 100 people in a Walmart store, Walmart supercenter anymore. Why would they? And when Walmart has over 10,000 locations, yeah, that's a lot of workers. A lot of people losing their jobs. Now, I want to keep reading this. It says, but Friday's action may head off a change that has been looming in global retail. Amazon has been preparing for a new discount service that would ship products directly to consumers, allowing those goods to bypass tariffs, according to people familiar with the plans. Even companies that prefer to keep their business model as is, such as Walmart, have been forced to consider using more de minimis to compete. And that's the key. How are you going to compete with all these other retailers? And again, Walmart and Amazon, massive retailers. But can they compete with Temu? And again, the product quality may not be there on some of the goods, but the price is. And if it's something as simple as, just a toothbrush holder, right? It could be a toothbrush itself. I've seen people buying underwear, right? It doesn't matter what it is. If somebody is trying to save money, then that's all their goal. That's their goal. It's all they're trying to do. Save money by buying something new. That's it. They don't want to spend $50 on a cell phone case. Okay? They want to spend $5 and save the other $45. Use it to put food on the table, keep a roof over their head, pay their bills. But here's what you need to understand. In years past, Chinese companies would take weeks to ship a product from China to the U.S. I remember I used to buy a lot of stuff off AliExpress. Still do every once in a while. It's still a great platform for drop shipping and things like that. But I used to buy a lot of stuff from AliExpress. But here's what I found, that a lot of those manufacturers in China started to ship all their products to Mexico. And from Mexico, when the product sold, it would immediately get packaged and shipped into the United States. And so instead of waiting 2 to 3 weeks for a product to come in from China, the products were already shipped to Mexico. Now it's much closer. Now it only takes potentially days to a week to get an item from Mexico to the United States and delivered to the customer. But think about this for a second. What happens when all those other companies, the Walmarts, the Amazons, they're not warehousing things here in the United States. They are sending things to Mexico. So that means all the people that work at those plants, okay, at the fulfillment centers, what are they doing? Well, probably nothing. They're probably not moving to Mexico. So as a result, we're going to lose all those employees. We're going to lose all those workers. All the tax dollars that we bring in, gone, in order to save money. But again, I bring this up because this is something that we've seen it slowly been going on. But if Walmart and Amazon decide that this is the business route they want to take, that would be a massive move. We could see thousands and thousands of people get laid off, but it would also drastically change the U.S. economy. So I will leave you with that, but just understand at this time, this is something that they are looking at. They're looking at ways to save money, get items to the consumer faster, but at the same time, have good quality service, right, and a great price. So we'll see what happens moving forward, but as of today, that is what we know. So again, thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing, and I will see you guys on the next one.